Alright, hello everyone, I'm the T, and today let's play some more Pokemon trading card game. So off stream I did some grinding for more energy cards, because that seemed to be an issue. So I made sure I had about 20 of each energy, and that led to me getting 58 fire energy. So I think we should be good for a fire energy deck if we need to do that. I don't actually have a plan for what we're going to go do today. Let's actually see what kind of cards we have. We did start with the grass deck, but we already cleared out everything and sweeped grass. We have some okay fire stuff here. Some okay water stuff, just no Gyarados though. Oh right, the water club. Only one Raichu though. But Raichu's not great. Magneton's also not great, but I think one of the Magnemites is... no, not good. Oh, no Electrode. Oh, I have a Zapdos though. It's gonna be expensive to use though. Psychic... We could also just take our fighting deck and just keep punching things, but yeah, Super Saiyan, one of the ones that it does not discard. Okay. Haunter sucks. It's not good. Hard to use. So, oops. So let me just check, actually. Alright, so we have beaten the Lightning and the Rock Gym. It'd be nice to be able to take the Fighting Gym with Psychic. Science Club is also Psychic, weak to Psychic. Fire would be Water. Grass would be Fire. Water is Electric. With my rock-heavy deck and fighting deck, I don't think taking on the science would be good with this fighting deck, so... But yeah, let's see if we can make a... Let's see if we can do a fire deck. Oh, our Growlithe and Rapidash in the other deck? Yeah, okay. That explains some of it. Oh, that doesn't... I had to go to save. Okay. So how's everyone doing today? Can I save without... Nope. Okay. Have to find some other stuff to add in here. Sure. Alright, so that should be okay here. Can't use Rapidash. Magmar might be okay. So Kanga's gone in there. Let's use Flareon. Oh god, all the trainer cards are in the other deck still. Alright. Have to go deal with that. What an elegant interface this has. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's just do this. Let's make a firefighting deck. with hopefully more of an emphasis on fire, but I don't know. Which of these is actually better? That's nice in that it doesn't require any particular type of energy. Yeah, let's do 2 of that one. Definitely 2 of this. And let's take out some of the weaker ones here. Yeah, Machoke is not good, but Machop is good, so let's just do that. Gotta keep Hitmonchan in. Yeah, let's drop that. Pokeball has not done me any good at all. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is kind of a deck. Probably a bit more fire energy. Well, I already have so few fighting. Let's try that out. Well, now I have to give it a new name. There we go. Let's go take on the Grass Club. I don't think I have an Oddish. Alright, let's go. Oh. Oh. I did put Pokemon in this deck, right? There we go. Oops. Alright, so Vulpix or Magmar. Oop, well, I meant to look at Vulpix, or Magmar rather, but that's fine. Alright, so let's actually see what Magmar has. It's 2 energy for that. Is Jinx weak to... Jinx is weak to Psychic? That's weird. I guess it makes sense, but... Also, wait. Psychic, Psychic, and Bug. Not really a grass type here, but... Alright, we'll start with that. That's nice. But yeah, there was some new like Pokemon, I guess, trailers today for the Diamond and Pearl related games. Only real thing of note to me was, oh gosh, what's her name? Was, one of my favorite characters from, Diamond and Pearl was, one of those, like, those side trainers you get, Marley, and they showed, I think, 2 of those trainers in it, but not Marley, and then for the, Arceus game, they showed a new character, Mai, who looked exactly like Marley, so that answers that. The other weird thing is, that I found out is that Marley's Japanese name was Mai to begin with, so there you go. Fun fact for today. Not much options available to me so far, but I should be doing okay. That's nice to get. Energy removal is always good to have. Yeah, I'm not gonna energy removal that Caterpie. Definitely feeling a little bit of a lack of energy here, so maybe I should put more energy in it. Thought I did put quite a lot, though. Could also just be unlucky? I don't know. Oh, jeez. There's some energy. So I do have that Dug Trio, but... yeah. Man, Energy Search, that's a good card. I missed that card. Kind of like... it's weird because you'd think, like, why not just put another energy in your deck rather than Energy Search, but it kind of allows you to run multiple types more easily. Also, wait, I'm surprised I didn't die there. Huh. Guess I got lucky. Well, since I have the Caterpie, I guess I should use Vulpix. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Also, yeah, isn't Ghastly terrible? Like, hang on, isn't that... yeah, flip a coin, and if heads, where I'm asleep. But then immediately after that, I flip a coin to see if I wake up. That's real... not a great card. Oh. I have easy win here. There we go. Let's see. Fighting Energy, Nidorina, Paras, and Parasect. I don't think I ever used Parasect, like, ever. Free energy for 30 is not great. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, Farfetch'd also another one that was just not as good as it should be. Is that the Oddish that I need to trade that person? I should probably do that. Yeah, Articuno is actually pretty good. Well, yeah, Blizzard's a little, but it could be good. Especially if you don't have any bench. I don't remember this file from at all. Oh, that's why I don't remember it. I would love the days of, like, if some old lady went into, like, a comic store and commented on the pretty flowers in the comic store. Because that's the only place you play card games, is comic stores, right? Mr. Nikki's out right now. Where'd she go? That's a secret. If you defeat 3 members of the Glass Club, I'll tell you where she is. Ooh, Kaleidoscope deck. That's a name. Oops. Alright. I drew all my Pokemon this time. And no energy, so that's worrying. Yeah, I guess I'll throw Charmander out. Keep 1 Vulpix just for whatever it's worth. There's a Flareon. Alright, guess I'm not doing anything right now. Also, freaking Ditto. Oh, this is the Game Boy Ditto because the Fossil Ditto was too hard to program into the game, so they just made a new one. For the rest of the game, replace Ditto with a copy of a basic Pokemon card chosen at random from your deck. Freaking weird card. This ain't good. Yeah. Yep, yeah, Fossil Ditto is the only card from the first 3 sets. Like, all of the first 3 sets are in this game except for Fossil Ditto. This is not great. This is supposed to be the Grass Gym. But where is all my energy? Gosh. Yeah, Diglett's not long for this world. Wow, wow. I'm definitely gonna. I'm modifying this deck now. Next after this. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, come on, get this over with. I don't think I'm coming back. There's some energy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have picked Magmar, but I just wanted to see the battle end, but I guess I can switch. Alright. Huh. Be a while before you can do damage though, so that's kind of worrying. Well, 2 more turns. Oh, I clicked too fast and didn't see what it was. Clicked. Alright, let's see if this one can do something. That's not bad. I have a potion, yes I do. Yeah, this deck definitely has too many Pokemon and not enough energy, so I will fix that. Actually, yeah, the potion will help me here, so... Get Magmar stronger a bit. Yeah, that would have taken it out if I had gotten 3. Oh, jeez, wow. Alright. Let's fix this deck. Yeah, I wonder if I should just make it all fire. At the very least, probably Diglett out should be out because it's weak to grass. Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah, let's see how that does. So now it should be... do some Flam punching. Alright. Whoops, damn it. Yeah, we can do Magmar. Something I just noticed, the icon for a discard pile is just a pile of cards. Just like reckless abandon with those cards. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but I definitely keep my discard pile as like one perfect stack. It's not like a pile like that. Oh no. Oh man. Yeah, base Magmar's not great, but it's... I don't know, it's okay. But being paralyzed over and over is not going to help me much. It's a little better. Any guess, is this thing weak to fire? It is! That's good. Huh. I'm trying to think if that Ninetales is any good or not. Yeah. Oh, I don't remember Fossil Magmar at all. I don't think I have one in the game so far, but... Oh, there's Ninetales. Okay, so let's actually look at it. Oh, it's not great. It's okay, but... maybe I should look for something else. Yeah, fire is a weird type because it relies so much on discarding, and I think that's just a weak mechanic, but... Yeah, let's just grab the Ninetales. Do I have to discard for that? Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. How's it going, Elder King? Nice to see you. Yeah, I think this is the play here. It's definitely not bad. This is working. And that should do it. Alright, so we got Wigglytuff, Professor Oak, Nidorino, Dugong. That's good for more water. Rectangula. Hey, I don't think I ever used that Wigglytuff. Yeah, that required a really strong bench, and that's still doing, like, what, 60 damage tops? I don't know. I don't know about that. Snorlax, though, was also not great, but it's okay. Snorlax basically just has, God, what's that Pokemon's name? The one that has the ability Comatose. It just has Comatose, basically. No good water types here. Alright, so one more. I will know where the leader is. I mean, how do I take care of the plants? I'll take care of the plants. Don't take me lightly just because I'm a girl. Because only boys can play this game. That's why you can only play as a boy. Eh. Is it Machop? That's the power of male hands, is that they shuffle the deck so poorly so that they get suboptimal randomization and you can predict what's in your deck. Men cheat at card games. I don't know. I don't know. If I win because they don't get another Pokemon, that'd be a pretty good match. Come on. Okay, I win. Cool. Good game. Ah, Blastoise. It's actually kind of nice to have. I would rather have a Gyarados, but Blastoise is good. Energy retrieval. That's actually pretty good. No worries. Oh, and a War Total to help me with that. Alright, let's go stalk the Squirtle at Ishihara's house. You wrote books and you just keep your house full of books you wrote? Yeah, I'm not reading all your books, thanks. Alright, let's do this. See if my deck is okay enough to do this. Flower Power. Is it Machop? Trying to think. Yeah. Question is, what is the fire type we should go with? Is it Magmar? Yeah, I mean, Fire Punch from Magmar could do some damage. Thank you. Kind of a shame to clear through the grass club without having a Charizard. Charizard was always one of those cards that was like all the kids wanted that holographic Charizard, but it was not a very good card. But it was still an interesting card. It's actually not a bad card to put into non-fire decks because, like, I think Charmander and Charmeleon, I think they have one attack each that does not require any fire energy. So it's definitely an option. So I could try running that if I get a Charizard. Cool. How you doing? Yeah, let's do it on Charmander. Uh-oh. That should take care of it, so, I guess, Kangaskhan's like too risky. Professor is good, but I don't think I need to do it right now. Oh, this could be. Oh no, she played another Pokemon. Oh, well, she already had one, so it's whatever. It's kind of funny that her club members were kind of a little bit easier than she was, just because they actually used different types. Yeah, sure. I don't think I'll end up getting to use it, but that's fine. Yeah, it's over. Cool, I got a chest bone medal. Ooh, Poliwrath. Cool ass Slowpoke. This is 90. Oh, it's a Game Boy one, okay. Huh. Huh. That is better than most coin flip ones. And a Poliwag, which is useful. Alright. It's misspelled. Oop. Wait. Shit. Well, whatever. Is it? Is it supposed to be Ninetales? Instead of nine... Is it supposed to be Ninetales instead of Ninetales? Holy shit, that's... Huh! I feel like there were, I could have sworn I remember hearing there was, like, one TCG card, like, probably from base set, where they did misspell it as well. So I wonder if they copied that mistake by accident? That seems really unlikely, but I don't know. Okay, well I can't run Blastoise because I don't have a Squirtle, unless it's in the other deck. It's probably in the other deck, actually. Yeah, never mind. No, it's not. Shit. Huh. But yeah, I don't think I can make much of a water deck yet. Especially without Gyarados. Electric. Psychic. Wow. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. I don't know what I should be doing right now. Oh, the Psychic Club is also weak to Psychic. Which is... yeah. I don't think... Sorry, I just get upset because this guy looks just like the red-blue protagonist, which is upsetting. Okay, maybe I could... well, I'd have to get rid of Machop. I don't know, it's not great. Venture's not great. Primeape is okay. I don't think I would ever use Tantrum, though. Oh, it's a weak to Psychic, though, so that's no good. Yeah. Yeah, how is Kabuto... like, you have to have Mysterious Fossil and evolve Kabuto, and it still only has 10 damage. It's awful. The armor thing's kind of neat, but it's still bad. Oh, is that what it is? Alright, maybe I was just totally wrong then. That's fair. Never trust anything I say. Are there... the thing is, like, if they are all going to be using Psychic, then using Psychic against them isn't really a plan. Is there anything that... oh, it resists Psychic, huh? Do I not have a Rattata? Or is it in the other deck? It's not, I just don't have a Rattata. Okay. That actually sucks. Whoops. There are options here. Maybe? Yeah, alright. Let's see what's in this deck. Okay, there are no Kaleidoscopes in this deck, so that is fine. Hey, how's it going? going alright. We have very limited options in what we can put in our deck here, but... I'm thinking about how that stream went. I think it did go okay. It's just... It's always discouraging when no one is around, but I think I was harder on myself than I should have been. So I think we will continue Wind Waker and go from there. It'll be fine. I really wish I had a Rattata. Alright, so Clefairy... Clefairy's cool. Let's bring Clefairy. Alright, fine. I'll run this Wigglytuff. The Sleep Thing could be useful as well. Meowth also... Well, this Meowth is straight up better. Okay. So I guess what should the type actually be with this? I don't actually have a Poliwhirl, so I can't even run Poliwrath. Could keep going with more ground types. Yeah, I think that's the play. So am I already putting in too many Pokemon? $30, 28 energy seems like a lot. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, I think 24 is good then. Oops. I am excellent at naming things. Let's go see what's going on in here. Ah, Robert. Robert's like, I think like a bee stung Robert. Alright. It's a good thing that Ghost can be hit by normal types. Oh no, that's bad. I could Pokemon Trader away something to get something that can actually attack, but or not an attack, something that can be played. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, right, I have resistance. Haha. Alright, so I need another Pokemon then. What would actually be useful here? Wait. I should have taken these out. Oops. Yeah, why don't I remember putting Machop in here? I thought I took it out. Alright, well, I'll fix that afterwards. Yeah. Also, normal just resists psychic altogether, which is great. I like that. So, Jesus. Oh, that's handy. So that's not going to be doing me much, but... eh. Rude. You'd think he would want to move the damage counters to the... Well, I guess he could do that at any time, so... Yeah, this might be too much energy. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that's alright. Uh-oh. I think Rhyhorn is weak to grass, though, so that's not ideal. Wonder... Yeah, it's still can't attack this turn, so... Should I still pull it out, though? Yeah, I wonder if I should just bring back another Meowth. There are no damage counters. I already did energy this turn, right? Yeah. Alright. Why not? See you later. Oh, 20 damage, I didn't realize that it was only gonna be 10. Oh, I should have read that. Let's see. Huh. That's annoying. Should I? I don't think it's gonna... Yeah, it cannot attack next turn, so... Let's heal up. I don't care. Pokemon Breeder is also a really good card. With a name that just... I don't think it's a good card name. You know. It was weird. I mean, am I wrong? Am I the one being weird about it? I think it's just the internet the last couple years ruined a lot of words. Okay, thank you. The question is, do I want to waste 20 damage for this? Can I retreat? Use one energy? That's actually a good idea, though. Let's retreat. That way I can keep this shitty Meowth in front and have a chance of knocking something out, maybe, if I get lucky. Yeah, let's actually put it back on Jigglypuff. I am thinking about how, like, the logic of, like, why ghost types don't resist colorless is... I really did think back then, like, every deck's gonna have colorless types in it, so that would be unfair and unbalanced. Oh, cool, I took out Gengar. So I could... Yeah, I could retreat and win. I think that's what I should be doing, yeah. Hey. Oh, I should look at some of the energy stuff. Well, I don't need it because I have so much energy in the deck already. That's interesting. That could be useful. Huh. And that's interesting because it does damage. Hey, there's Charizard. Alright, let's fix my deck now, because I definitely made a mistake with it. Yeah, I forgot to take out the Machops. And Hitmonchan. Anything else I want to put in here? Not really. But I definitely need more Pokemon. Wish I had a Rattata, really. And wish I had more Wigglytuffs. Yeah, let's throw some more Meowths in here. Throw another Kangaskhan in there. Eevee actually wouldn't be bad. And then I think... yeah, let's throw that one in. Yeah, and that'll take the energy down just a tad. Although, maybe not that much. let's go, like, here, and let's take something else out. Yeah, I don't need all those Meowths. That should do it. I just lost a duel. My deck is tired. Drop them in this plant? Pappy. That's a localization choice. Pappy. I mean, yes, I can't beat Murray because I haven't played against him yet. That is a requirement to beat someone, is to play against them. What is this Crystal Palace? Okay, apparently I needed to have a certain number of medals to do this. Yeah, I think Pappy is definitely a regional thing. Like, I've never called my grandparent Pappy. Strange power deck. What is this? Is there an FF4? Is there Pappy in FF4? Or are you talking about the Crystal Gym? Multiple conversations going on at once. Yeah. Oh right, FF4. Yeah, FF4 is the one I've played. So of course, yeah, that's the Crystal. What are they called? Crystal Halls? Is it just called the Crystal Palace? I don't know. When I hear Crystal Palace, I'm immediately going to Sailor Moon. Yeah. Actually... Hey. Rude. Also, I just realized I don't think... Okay, they could have attacked. Alright. I have played FF4, but I have definitely not beaten FF4, and that should be something I should do. Should I? Yeah, I guess so. No worries. Oh. Well, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, a double slap can't do damage, so... That's nice. Bad coin flips, though. There we go. Yeah, an idea I had, but I recognize it's a bad one, was like, maybe I should play through all the Final Fantasy games in order, but like, no, I probably shouldn't do that. But I have, so 4 and 6 are the ones I played the most, or played the most when I was a kid, and then as an adult I have beaten 13 and 13-2, and I think that might be it. I think those are the only ones I've beaten. And then I played like the 1 remake on Game Boy Advance, but I didn't really touch the 2 remake. And 3 on DS, which is kind of bad, so I didn't get very far in that. And I had the PC version of 7, which was terrible and crashed all the time, so I did not get far in it either. I think I got to, like, the Gold Saucer before I gave up on it. But never had a PlayStation, never had a PlayStation 2, so never touched any of those ones. Oh, that's tongue boy. I should just switch, actually, now that I think about it. Do I have any? I did not put any fighting types out. Nope. And I don't have any energy now. Ah. Was there a Pokemon game on 3DS, or was it all just on DS? I can't think of what it would be. Okay, I guess I'll just have to use a different Eevee. Oh, I'm sorry, not Eevee. I already used up Eevee, but whatever. I was thinking they did hit a different Pokemon with that. Oops. Oh, it's gonna be a bit before Rhyhorn can attack, and I don't have the energy for it. That's tough, because if I don't draw more energy, then... Oh, okay, so yeah, FF3 was on DS, but yeah, and of course you could play it on 3DS. But yeah, that one was kind of rough. That one was not great. That version. In my opinion, obviously, yeah. Huh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea to switch. This is good. This is very good for me. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, it might be Jigglypuff. Alright, there we go. Did a whole 20 damage to me with that plus power. Yeah, I don't know about that yet. I mean, you saved the Lickitung for 1 turn, but... 2 turns. I guess 3 turns, because it was paralyzed the other turn, but... Well, if I can get Clefairy going, but... This will probably means the end for Rhyhorn. So the prize card's already not bad. Yeah, actually, I don't know if Fairy's actually going to be any good because of how low its HP is, but... eh. But Metronome is neat. Metronome's always, like, a neat, not quite useful thing, but... Yeah, I think it is Jigglypuff, though. Yeah. I don't really think there's much sense in trying to use Lullaby. Something kind of interesting to think about is how different the, oh wow, they knocked out one of mine. How different these special conditions are in the card game compared to the real video game. I think now might be a good time to switch to Clefairy. I could hit for 30, which would be... well, I could hit for 30 once, and then... yeah. Hey! Okay, that's all I needed. Nothing too exciting here. Ah, Mewtwo. Like, it can be good sometimes. Okay, why would I... alright, whatever. Now, do I want to put a bit more energy in the deck, actually? Because I think I took out too much. I don't know. Let's do that. Weird that this Professor Oak didn't come up. Professor Oak, or well, I think Bill might have come up in one of the duels, but... yeah, energy removal. Oh, that's what I should be actually using. Let's get rid of... yeah, let's do that. Well, the energy retrieval is actually more good for fire type decks. Yeah. Let's keep some of them though. Yeah, computer search is too finicky for me. I'm never really use it right. Clefairy was okay, because it resists, which is useful. Yeah, I'm not feeling Kangaskhan. Yeah, that's fine. What do you think Murray's doing over there in the corner? He's in timeout. He's thinking about how to duel using his new cards. Okay. Haunter, Wigglytuff. Is it Diglett? You know, another thing I was just thinking about is how weird the Pokemon trading card game's kind of reliance on, like you have, like, starting with the basic Pokemon and going from there, and, like, obviously some future stuff changed that, but... there's another card game that I played, Battle Spirits, I think I talked about it last time, actually, that has a Digimon-based set, and how it works in that is, like, monsters in that you can play, like, any kind of monster, but the Digimon monsters can obviously digivolve and become stronger monsters. So, it's basically like you have to use energy to summon monsters, so you use up less energy by digivolving, which I think is, like, an elegant way to do it, is, like, play a weaker monster for cheaper, and then evolve it for even less. Yeah, I shouldn't. Sorry, I'm just not tired. Doesn't this resist? Yep, that's not good. Alright. Although it can't actually damage me, so this is a kind of a stalemate. Like, even if I got Clefairy out, that wouldn't help me any. Ah, so that's where Diglett's eyes are. I just need a Pokemon that isn't Diglett. I mean, I guess I could gust... Did I have a Gust of Wind? Yeah, at this point that might not be a bad idea, actually. use a wave, yeah. Wait. Yeah, okay, I do have a discipline thing, okay. Also, it can retreat for free. That's nice. I guess it makes sense, it just burrows underground. I should have anticipated that. Come on, please wake up. Yay! Shit! Yeah, it's fine. Buttoning too fast. It's not fine. It's fine. Oof. Maybe I'll get something good from a prize. Nope. Looking at these card arts, I wonder how much of it was like a Donkey Kong Country style like digitizing of the image, and how much was actually artists doing it. Like, the backgrounds definitely feel more like a simplified version of things. Yeah, might as well switch to Eevee. Nothing else I can really do. I mean, I could trade it out for something else, but yeah, I don't think that's the play right now. Also, before I use Psychic Gym, this sure is a lot of ghosts here. Like, you'd think there'd be ghosts at the Science Club, but there's actually more Psychic at the Science Club. That's nice, at least. Switching may be an option after next turn. Although, I don't know. I was gonna say if I don't wake up, which I did. I think switching if I'm asleep would be a good plan. Yay. This, Yeah, it doesn't like 3, so that's... Yeah, that's something I could do. Let's go ahead and switch, yeah. Actually, wait, should I retreat? Whoops. There we go. Did that? Hang on. Okay. I actually hit the volume on my microphone and it made everything muted, but it's not muted on the stream, so that's fine. But also, yeah, I was trying to reach for my mic mute so I could cough, so I apologize for coughing into the microphone bit there. I kinda hate Wigglytuff's eyes here. I think they just don't quite look right. Like, I think just they made the pixels a bit too big. Because they didn't have much choice, but... Alright, time to wake up, please. Nope. And now they're just gonna put me right back to sleep again. Gosh! Am I gonna start putting full heals in my deck? Yeah, totally. That's an idea. Do I have a switch? I think I do have a switch, and I don't think I can retreat while I'm asleep. I'm not gonna use 2 energy for that. Oh, I don't have a switch? I don't have a switch. Alright. Okay, there we go. So now... Alright, I can't kill it, but I can do some hurt. I guess Eevee? Oh no, Wigglytuff retreated to be replaced by Wigglytuff. Oh my god. Oh, I liked Sleepo. I think Sleepo was a good term. god. So the problem with this Flareon is it doesn't do much, well, it doesn't do much more damage, and it doesn't resist fighting, or not fighting, psychic. So I don't know if I actually want to use that. There we go. I guess let's power up another Diglett. How many prizes do I... Okay, I just have the one prize left, so at this point, I should be retreating and attacking. Although, doesn't matter, we're good. And there's a switch I needed. Alright, that's taken care of. King. Oh, that's very good. That Toxic is super good. But also getting Nidoking out is difficult enough. It's weird Jolteon art. That Jolteon art already does look weird in the card, but I think the transfer to the Game Boy made it look a little bit more weird. Weird Butterfree that's just not very good. Like, it's okay, but it's not great for stage 2. Alright. I need to modify my deck. I don't know. This deck has been okay. This incredible dialogue. If this happens, then that. So, Clubmaster Murray doesn't listen to what people are you saying this to me? Do I have to do something else to awaken him? Huh. I need more badges? Or, medals? Let me just look it up real quick. Murray. I need 4 medals to fight him. Alright. Where to next, then? Do I have enough... I already beat the Grass Gym, so what else is there to... Fire Club? Do I have enough water to make a decent fire deck? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't even have a Squirtle, that's a problem. Could go grind some more. Let me see... I hate to look up this kind of stuff, but... to see what kind of boosters give what cards. Okay, so I need people who have the evolution boosters, who I think was... I wish I hadn't dismantled that fighting deck, but yeah. So let me see who's actually weak in the... Lightning Gym? Lightning Club? Okay, Jennifer gives Mystery. Brandon gives Coliseum. Nicholas gives Coliseum, so that's none of that is what I need. What about Isaac, actually? Oh, it's gonna be Mystery, they're all Mystery. Yeah, Masters are all Mystery. So, Lightning Club's no good. And the Rock Club. Okay, Ryan. Okay, so I think a grass deck would be good for him. So actually, let's take out all the good stuff from this first, though. You know what, actually? Here. Sorry. Just only have 2 Bulbasaurs, so that doesn't really help me there. Now they're taking out Caterpie. No, with only 1 Metapod, it'd be a pain to try to get up to Butterfree. Each okay. Can't use Arbok. Oh, Nidoking though. Yeah, let's... Yeah. Let's axe Beedrill for Nidorino. And let's take out Nidoran female so I don't confuse myself again. Don't have a Gloom, so can't use Vileplume. Tangle is just not very good. I mean, Poison is okay. Yeah, I'll leave it in. Actually, yeah, I do need more Pokemon, now that I look at it. Should I put Beetle in? Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. I don't have enough coughing to play Wheezing, and Self-Destruct is kind of, yeah. Yeah, 18 is good. Yeah, the problem is I don't have any trainer cards, that's why it looks so empty. Yeah, that seems good. Yep. Wait, no. There. Alright, let's go beat up some nerds in the Rock Club. Specifically, Ryan. Where is Ryan? Oh, not in here. You Ryan? You're Andrew. Ryan. Beat up Ryan's dumb rocky nerd face. That's a mean thing to say. I'm sorry, Ryan. Your face is not that rocky. Can I just not attack at all, or is it reduced? Reduced by 20. Okay, so I could either do 10 or nothing based on this coin flip. Cool. Need a lot more energy to make that work. Oh! That works. Forgot about the weakness, the whole thing I built the deck around. So that could have done 20 then, which... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Art. Jeez. Oh no, Cubone's Rage did 10 damage. I guess he was just not... he wasn't feeling it today. You actually can out-attack. Alright. It's okay, I have a plan. I love the bill-to-bill combo. With my bill, I drew a bill. Yep, that's well... that would require me to switch, and I have an energy retrieval, which I can just grab the energy from discard, so that's my plan. Oh, well, didn't need to. Energy trans rights. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's an obvious answer here. And it's Shelter. No Squirtle there. Hey, a Squirtle! I still need more than one though, so I have to beat on you some more, buddy. I feel like this grinding should be slightly more interesting than the energy card grinding, just because at least I'm actually playing games. Like, which is better at this point? Probably Tangela. Do you say Tangela or Tangela? What kind of G do you use? I mean, I guess Tangela makes more sense because it's like Tangly, but Tangela just has a nice ring to it. Doing damage and paralyzing is actually, like, with a chance to paralyze is not bad. Well, how does it look to you? How does Tangela look? That's not how English works at all. In English, you never pronounce things in English how they look. Okay, that's fair then. I like that. I like that one post, or it might have been like a Tumblr image or something, that basically was like, if you hear someone pronounce a word wrong, that just means that they are someone who reads a lot. That they only know how to pronounce that. They only know that word because they've read it, but not actually heard anyone say it. Well, I don't want to Professor Oak that Venusaur away, so that's a problem. Yeah, I think for me, one of the words that I always say wrong is... I can't even remember which is the actual correct way. I think the correct way is ether and ethernet, but I always like ethernet better. But honestly, I don't even know which way is the right way. I think ether is the right way because I think I like ether more, but I could also just be totally brain farting. I don't know. Still nothing to really play. Yeah, either way, because this is weak to grass, right? Has to be, yeah. So the poison won't especially kill it faster. Oh boy, another Nidoran. Oh, this is my last prize anyway, so we're good. Yeah, right now we are just grinding out booster packs because I kind of want to get more water types, especially like Squirtle. Well, the War Turtle's something. So how's it going, Lucy? Did you do anything fun while you were gone? Bulbasaur! You know, another thing I was thinking about, did anyone actually play this game with less than 6 prize cards? Like, was that really a thing? That's nice though. I can't wait for it to get colder. This is bad for me, actually. Not much I can do. Yeah, exactly. Everyone always played with 6. And I guess it makes sense I just don't want this game to take longer, but I feel like most games end by having no Pokemon left, so... Cool, I think I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I think no matter what I do, even if I gust a wind out, I think I still lose, so... Oh well. Yeah, I wonder about that. Alright, so I think there might be a bit too much energy in here. I think we might need more... Well, I think we need more Pokemon, but the problem is the Pokemon that I want I don't think we have. But let me just take a look. Yeah, we could do more Bulbasaur. Let's do that, yeah. Yeah. Just a tiny adjustment. And, okay. Pokemon Trader in there. It's just a run computer search. Just yeah. Just running 3 Stage 2 Evolutions lines seems like too much. Honestly, I like that Tangela. Let's do this. Do I have any better trainer cards to get stuff out? I'm not running Pokeball. Okay, Dex though. Yeah, that seems good. This match will be over pretty quickly, but might as well just stack the deck. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm coming around. I think I do like this Tangela. Alright, Lucy, how do you say it? Do you say Tangela or Tangela? Great, that explains it. That explains which one it is. I'm guessing that's Tangela. Yeah, that is the logic I was thinking about earlier, but I just like the way Tangela sounds. I don't know. Oh, I didn't realize it sniveled. Okay. Still, paralysis. I probably could have poisoned it. Yeah. Lucy, you know the cops are the last people who would know anything about Pokemon. Did it? I wasn't paying attention. Did it use Snivel last turn? There's no way to check that. Alright, let's... Oh, okay. Whatever. Okay, it did not, so that's good. Oh right, of course it didn't, because it was paralyzed. Yeah. Alright, this match is basically over. Oh, Hitmonchan. Where's that? Ooh, this... Yeah, this is... I don't think I've seen that. So wait, it only did 10? Oh, it was the armor thing. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I should have done shelter. Oh well. I was not thinking. Could poison it though. That actually, yeah, I think that's all I need to do. Yep. I like to think of myself as a quick-thinking idiot. Alright, no Squirtle. Oh boy, Machamp. Hey, there's a Squirtle. Alright, let me actually look to see what we have. Okay, we have 2 Squirtles. That's not... I would like to have 4, please. I feel like I get the heads on the starting turn flip very often. Oh, just let it get Munchan. Little King isn't going to be useful. Yeah. Yeah, no, let's... I think I have energy right now, so I don't need to... I have 1 energy. Alright. Yeah, that was a mistake. Alright, whatever. Actually... It does count as... Okay, yes. Oh, it does not count. Ah, damn. I think they changed that ruling later on, but... Oh, Paralyze is nice. Alright, how much damage can you dominate? I can... I cannot kill it, but... Yeah, I think that's what I should do. Actually, yeah, this is working out great. I don't even know why I didn't realize this. My problem is I need to have more energy, or play more energy, but... This Noodle King... Okay, no, actually we're good. Oh, this should take it out. That's 2 poison markers, that's interesting. And I should be able to take out Ammonite easily. But he's definitely gonna get another Pokemon here. don't think I really need to do this, but... yeah, this should just kill. Now, another thing I remember doing as a kid when I was playing real games is, like, really agonizing over which prize card to draw, as if it wasn't completely random. Oh, another Blastoise. That's actually kind of cool. And another Venusaur, huh? And another Squirtle. Wonder if that means I should... did I not save it? I think I didn't save it. Huh. Now I pick out the Weedle, so... yeah. Yeah, I saved it. Or at least... I've modified it more than once since then. What can I take out? Pokédex has been good for me, and honestly, I don't need the potions for how easily this is going. I want to optimize the deck to make it faster more than anything. Yeah, I don't think energy retrieval was that useful. Wait, so it isn't weak to ground. Oh, it's weak to lightning, yeah. Yeah, I guess I gotta hope for an Ivysaur to come up. I think if we can get one more Squirtle, then... I'm not sure if I should call the stream quits for till next time or not. Definitely getting hungry, so if I'm gonna go much longer, then I would want to take a food break, but it also feels like a good natural stopping point. Ow. Jeez. That's rough. Alright. Yeah, I will probably want to poison, so... yeah. I mean, it's up to, like, I don't know, up to you all. Like, if you want me to keep streaming, I can definitely keep streaming. I'll just have to take a little break, but I also don't mind ending it if I need to. Whatever works. It's all good. I like Poison Whip's animation. It's like a weird little Vine Whip thing. Oh, was that it? Alright, fair enough. Another Machamp, another Butterfree. No Squirtle. Jeez, you have a lot of Pokemon out there. Yeah. Well, that doesn't really help me. I have a... No, that was a Tangela, so I don't have a Nidoran out. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a great position, honestly. Although he doesn't have any energy, so that's good. He doesn't even have anything, really. There it is. Wonder... Like, I could, but I don't know if that's a helpful idea. Yeah. Maybe next turn I will do that. I think I should save the Gust of Wind for when he actually places an energy card out. Poison is actually pretty good when you think about most, like, when the shittier Pokemon that only do 10 damage. Oh wait, it does 10 damage after each player's turn? Okay, that's actually very good then. I don't know what I was thinking they're complaining before. And they can be both paralyzed and poisoned. So yeah, that's another weird thing in the video games. It's poison, burn, confuse, or no, so not confuse. Poison, burn, paralyze, and sleep, which are the main ones, and then confusion is the secondary one. But in this one, it's poison that's the secondary one, and sleep is, or confusion is one of the primary ones. Like a weird mechanical thing. It's always weird that confusion was its own thing to begin with anyway, but... Anyway, here's Nidoran. Did they switch? Huh. It's only damage that it prevents, right? Yeah. Okay. I should probably just gust of wind. Yeah, I have 3 gust of winds. I should definitely gust of wind. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't do that. 'Cause they didn't actually, yeah. So it's weird that poison goes away when you switch, just like everything else. That's whatever. Two retreat costs a little rough. I would rather have one drill if I was gonna switch. Yeah, I don't really see a ton of point in using that. Well, yeah, there's a good chance I have an energy. Yeah, whatever. Hey. Oh wait, this should be it though, because unless... Okay, yeah, they have one. Yeah, that kills them, and I take the last prize. No Squirtle. Gengar. It's not worth using Ghastly and Haunter, though. Unless there's a different Ghastly, maybe? No Squirtle. Alright, let's do it again. Huh. Sandshrew is kind of annoying. Oh, right. Ah, well that's great. Oops. Aerodactyl. Hey, there we go. I wonder is Aerodactyl weak to grass? It shouldn't be, because it's not weak to grass, but it's weak to grass for some reason. I have so much energy coming up that I might as well use it. That's actually kind of okay for me. Nice if I had more Pokemon, though. Hey. Another Wartortle, which I don't think I actually need. It feels like this was the same booster pack. Almost the same cards, really. Alright. Alright. I think I'm gonna say let's do one more, and then I will end the stream. And maybe I will just do some of these off-stream, I don't know. Which begs the question then why I'm doing one more on-stream, but... eh. Ah, this could be an interesting one. So, for anyone still listening out there, on my Twitch page I found a neat little app thingy that lets me sync to Google Calendar, which I was using to plan my streams out anyway. Oh, I should have used Pokédex first. So my next stream... Sorry. Thinking... Okay, is this... Okay, now they have Pokemon. I'm going to be streaming a platform game on the SNES that I played as a kid, Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Buzz Loose. It's been a long time since I've kind of played any kind of really platformy games or twitchy games. Like I guess like most recent things I can think of are like the Sonic Adventure Randomizer, which is like, I don't know, Sonic Adventure is so ingrained into my brain that I don't think I struggle with it. But older platformers, I think it'd be nice to have a kind of mental practice for that. Jeez. problem is... yeah. But yeah, Buster Bus Loose is a neat little platformer that I've definitely beat in one sitting before, so I think I should be able to do that. And if not, then 2 sittings is also fine. That'll be on Thursday, probably starting around 11 AM Eastern. Okay. Oh, shit. That sucks. I don't like you. So then... Can I take out the potions? Damn, my whole objective was to get the potion out. Alright, well, let's do this instead. Yeah, I should have a chance of killing it. Or not. No, actually that does it. But I'm pretty sure it means I'm dead. Yeah, that sucks. This is a bad situation. Oh, that sucks. I don't know. No, he's gonna be dead instantly. Yep, I lost this one. Alright. That is definitely a good sign that I need to call it quits for today, so... Yeah, so I'll probably do a few matches off stream just to try to get some more Squirtles and see what else I can get. So yeah. Thank you for joining me today. And hopefully I will see you on Thursday, so we'll play Buster Bus Loose. See you next time!